All right, everybody, welcome back to another video. We are going to be going over the best first baseman, the people you need to be targeting in your drafts for best ball, fantasy baseball, prize picks, whatever you want to do. These guys are going to deliver this year. We are part of Nine Pennants. I am Cole. He is Josh. We will waste no time, but after we don't waste more time is 94% of you guys are not subscribed. We're that close to 900. We might be at 900 by the time this is released. Please subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. And I'll get into the first guy, Matt Olson of the Atlanta Braves. He is an absolute dog. Dude has done it for a long time now. Since about 2016, he's been in the league balling. He's had MVP votes 4 years of his career. He did have kind of a down year 2 years ago, then picked it right back up with the 6 WAR. He had just south of 30 home runs. He had 29 for back-to-back years. He's put up 54 home runs maximum in his career before, so he can absolutely do it. He's on a great offense. I think the Braves are a really big bounce-back team this year, as if they can stay healthy. Yeah. He's in a good ballpark to hit at. He really is just a great hitter. In the last 4 months of the season, he put up roughly a 300 average in the last 4 months, averaging right around 5 home runs a month. So that's definitely great odds for you.
100%. And I mean, you look at the Braves last year, they kind of had a underwhelming, they did have an underwhelming season. So going into this season, I mean, I think they're going to be true contenders. And one of the reasons is probably going to be because of Matt Olson. I mean, he's a top 5 first baseman, even maybe top 3 when he's hitting his best. And so I think he's going to be really awesome this year, and I'm looking forward to the Braves this year for sure.
Lots of great upside.
Yeah. And digging into my first baseman as well, I'm gonna go with Rafael Devers, the babyface killer. It's crazy. He made his debut in 2017 and he's only 29.
Yeah, he was young when he came up a long time ago.
Like, that's insane. This guy can hit for pop. He can hit for absolutely anything, and he doesn't really strike out too much. He had like a little bit of a slow start in the beginning of the season, but then he ended up tearing the ball. Mm-hmm. So he's going to go into the season kind of leading the Giants. And it's really cool to see him go from his original third base, where he wouldn't play first base for the Red Sox, and now he's a first baseman, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's
sweet.
I think that's a big middle finger to the Red Sox. But no, I think this guy's awesome. I think he's going to play really well. He's on a great team, and that's one of the things that we stress about, is that when you have guys that play for contenders, they will get on base, and their RBIs will just be there constantly because they have guys that can get on base for them. So I think Rafael Devers is going to be really awesome this year for sure.
Yeah, Rafael Devers, he's always been one of my favorite hitters to watch. He has such a sick swing, and the Giants are going to be kind of pretty good. They obviously won't win division with the Dodgers, but they're going to be a competitive team, might make a wild card spot. Rafi's their guy. He's going to have a lot of runs and RBI opportunities, so he's going to kill it this year for sure.
100%.
And I'll move over to my next guy, someone who has been waiting to break out for a while, and he's finally done it in a way, is Spencer Torkelson of the Detroit Tigers. They are a fun team, and the thing about Tork is he's still only 26, so he's still very young, been in the league for 4 years. He was a first overall draft pick. He's an absolute dog. There's a lot of things about him last year that really stood out. Is like he had 3 months last year with 7 home runs. So he's he catches fire. He's not going to be your guy that's going to hit for a ton of average per se, but he's an absolutely great hitter. He's going to bat you around that 250 mark. He's going to get you above 30, 40 home runs. Maybe he elevates himself again. Yeah. So it's just a great hitter on a great offense. So I think there's no reason you shouldn't buy him, especially of how late he's going in drafts right now.
100%. And honestly, like when we decided to do this video and make a list of the first baseman, that's one of the first basemen that you kind of tend to forget about. Yeah. Which is kind of crazy. Yeah. Because he had such a great season last year, and I think, the Tigers are only going to continue to get better, I think, and 26 years old is so young. So for him to have a breakout season last year and kind of roll in with a lot more confidence this year is going to be really, really fun to watch. And I think one of the best things about our show is that we do kind of highlight the younger guys. We like these young guys. Anytime they come up and they have a little breakout season, or they have an underwhelming season, we love to see it.
We just love the young dudes,
We love the young
Something
dudes a
about
lot, dude. Something about them. Just something about him. But the next guy I'm gonna break it out into is Jonathan Aranda. Jonathan Aranda, he only played 106 games last year. And he put up 14 home runs, 316 average, and he literally, I mean, he was a stud before he got hurt. And even when he came back, I think he played like 3 games before the season ended, and he still put up good numbers. He's a really awesome contact hitter, but he can hit with a little bit of pop, especially at the park that they're in. I think they're gonna do really well, and I'm kind of excited to see what the Tampa Bay Rays do. They made a couple moves, so it's gonna be really fun to see that offense, and Jonathan Aranda having a full healthy season. I mean, I dropped him maybe mid-July because of the injury, but he was arguably one of my best hitters to start the season. He's really awesome, fun guy to watch, and I think the Rays are going to be contenders for this year. Yeah, they're going to be fun to watch.
Are always a fun team. They're never going to be terrible. They're never going to be the best team in the league, but they're always fun. They're always young, which makes them fun.
Yeah.
And Aranda,
we love young.
He's definitely like, for the people that play in category leagues, if you have a lot of power elsewhere and you're going with like Ellie De La Cruz, who strikes out a lot, or people like that who don't hit for a ton of average, Jonathan Aranda is like a great first baseman to have like to help that, because he is for average. He's more of a contact, not much power first baseman, but he'll obviously run into some, but he's a great pick for sure.
Yeah.
And I will move over to my final guy. This is a guy who here's a guy.
This
is a fun one that is definitely going to be like your last pick. You can take a late flyer on him. Is Sal Stewart of the Cincinnati Reds. He's been putting on, there's a report that came out just the other day that he's lost 20 pounds. He was a little bit of a bigger guy. And now he's going to be focusing mainly on first base, which is big because they do have Spencer Steer, who also plays first, but it sounds like they're trying to move him to the DH/outfield role, which opens up a large portion of at-bats for Sal Stewart. And he's a young, big prospect. He's played in the MLB just for a little bit last year and played relatively decent for his first stint. In 18 games, he had 5 home runs, which is pretty good, and I'll take that any day of the week. If you run that out across a full season, he's going to be right around that 25-30 mark, and he's young. Great American Ballpark. The Reds ballpark is super easy to hit in, so he's definitely a pick that you should be focusing on. Throwing a late flyer, he's probably going to have dual position eligibility. He might have third base and first base, so that's even better in those leagues.
That would honestly be massive, and I think the biggest part is that he's young.
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah,
we just love him young. Don't clip that.
No, don't clip that. But no, yeah, Sal Stewart. I think the Reds is another team. I really like these teams that are building from the bottom, that just like the A's with the draft, building with the draft. Same thing with the Reds, kind of just building with whoever they have. It's really cool to see. I just love watching teams that manage correctly and are trying to build a culture and like a winning, team. Like it's really fun to watch. So I think Sal Stewart's gonna be a fun pick for next year.
Terry Francona going there is actually really big for them. Last year, you can kind of tell, and then it's good for all. They're very young. They have a high power offense, so we'll see.
100%. It's gonna be really sick. And leaning into another high powered offense. This is a guy. You're probably gonna see him get drafted pretty early just because of kind of how he did last year. But Ben Rice is my last guy. He hit the crap out of the ball last year. And it really doesn't take that much, obviously, in Yankee Stadium. So having a lefty first baseman that can do that for you is going to be really awesome. He's a stud. He's obviously young. First full season last year, and he has a lot of pop. 836 OPS, which is awesome. And he's on a great offense, which is one of the things that we stress about, especially in fantasy. You really got to give into the guys that have a good offense right behind him. So it's like whoever he's hitting in front of or behind, they will get either him in or he will be able to drive them in. So
for sure. Yeah,
I think he's going to be a fun pick.
Everything you said is correct about him. Good offense. He's a good player. Short ballpark. There's nothing really he's not elite in anything per se, but he's also not terrible in anything. He's just a great overall hitter. He's going to hit for average, going to hit for power. Yeah, he's a great pick, and I would take him anytime that he's available.
100%.
That is pretty much it. Let us know in the comments if you guys do have someone at first base you were specifically going to be targeting in your drafts. There's some off the list that I was looking at as well that just didn't make my cut. But these 6 guys, make sure you target them. Make sure you at least get one of them in your drafts. They're going to pay off for you. And let us know in the comments what you guys want to see next. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Adios.
Peace.